which the next slide. Psychosexual development. This is the thing that I said I was going to touch on at a later slide. This is that slide. So psychosexual development, the stages, there are 5 stages: oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital. So I included the ages, how oral 0 to 1, anal's 2 to 3, so on and so forth, as you can see. So the oral stage, which is like the first year of someone's life, is called oral because children derive pleasure from oral activities, including talking, like sucking and tasting on things. And they like to put things in their mouth. Obviously, this is partially from curiosity and also teething, chewing on stuff and like gumming things help relieve some of that discomfort, as well as just an oral fixation, to be honest. The next stage is anal. This is from age 2 to 3. This is the ideal age and the average age that children begin to potty train. So learning to use the restroom, hence anal. Excuse me. Then there's phallic, where boys are more attached to their mother at this age, and girls are more attached to their father. Key terms, or not key terms, but commonly used terms in today's age is mama's boy or daddy's girl. This is where this stems from. The next stage is latency. This is from age 6 to puberty. Children tend to spend more time and interact mostly with same-sex peers. So girls are often friends with other girls, while boys are often friends with other boys. And then the last stage, or the 5th stage, is genital, and this is the age beyond puberty. So teenagehood, young adulthood, middle age, so on and so forth. Individuals are now becoming attracted to opposite sex peers, and in today's age can also be same-sex peers, but for the sake of the timeline, I'm just going to say opposite sex peers. You know what I mean? At this age, the hormones come into effect and peers become attracted to each other and become more interested in sexual interactions with each other. So it's not just playing outside. At this point, it is now kissing, so on and so forth, that they are interested in doing. So Freud's defense mechanisms: isolation of defense mechanisms and the role, denial, repression, projection, displacement, regression, sublimation, rationalization, and passive aggressiveness. So as you can see here, I included an image that not only gives a definition for these mechanisms, but also gives a example. Could not think of the word there, my apologies. So denial is refusing to accept real events because they are unpleasant. Displacement is transferring inappropriate urges or behaviors onto a more acceptable or less threatening target. Projection is attributing unacceptable desires to others. Just rationalization is justifying behaviors by substituting acceptable reasons for less acceptable reasons. Reaction formation is reducing anxiety by adopting beliefs, so on and so forth. Regression, returning to coping strategies for a less mature stage of development. Repression, suppressing painful memories and thoughts. Sublimation, redirecting unacceptable desires through socially acceptable channels. And then I'm not going to read through the examples. Feel free to pause the presentation and read those. Next slide. Major philosophical opponents: Freud, Carl Jung, critique of Freud's emphasis on sexual drives, development of his own analytical philosophy. Alfred Adler, disagreement with Freud's focus on libido and sexual instincts. Adlerian psychology's emphasis on social interest. And Anna Freud, critique of certain aspects of her father's theories, development of eco-psychology. If you can't pick up on that, that's actually his daughter. So Jung was initially drawn to Freud's ideas, but gradually diverged, practically in his disagreement with Freud's singular emphasis on sexual instincts as the primary driver of human behavior and development. And then Adler, like Jung, initially aligned with Freud's ideas, but later parted ways due to his disagreement with Freud's theory that sexual energy, or libido, is the primary driving force behind human behavior. And then Anna Freud, as Freud's daughter and a psychoanalyst herself, engaged critically with some aspects of her father's theories, particularly regarding the development and functioning of the ego and defense mechanisms. And while she acknowledged the significance of unconscious processes and the importance of early childhood experiences, she expanded upon her father's work by focusing more on the ego and its defense mechanisms as central to psychological development and adaptation. So essentially, she not only expanded, but then focused on something else a little more. Then philosophers influenced by Freud, Jacques Lacan was deeply influenced by Freud's psychoanalytic theories, particularly Freud's ideas about the unconscious language and the formation of subjectivity. And then next is Marcuse. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. His influence by Freud was that he drew upon Freud's theories to critique capitalist society and explore the dynamics of social oppression and liberation. Then he initially embraced Freud's psychoanalytic ideas, but later developed his own humanistic approach that integrated Freud's concepts with social theory. And then finally, so agreement or disagreement with Sigmund Freud's idea or argument. I disagree with Sigmund Freud's idea regarding incestual attraction towards one parent. I also included a quote from him that says, "Sexual wishes in regard to the mother become more intense, and the father is perceived as an obstacle to this gives rise to the Oedipus complex," which is what I'm referring to. I disagree with the Oedipus complex. I can understand what he's saying, but I personally find it disturbing. I feel like that may be the case with some, but it should not be it should not be a generalized statement like that. It's not saying that every single young adult has this. Not even every single person has both parents in today's day and age, which is unfortunate. But that's even on an unconscious level, people just aren't going to automatically be having sexual urges towards their parents. This is actually something I intend to further look into, just because I disagree with it. So, and that is why. And this made me excited. I mainly got my information from books and articles regarding. So, thank you so much, and have a good one.